Okay, let's look at what all opinions can be given by the auditor. We know that he can give an unqualified opinion. He can give an emphasis of matters paragraph. Emphasis of matter paragraphs is what he can give. These are the different things that you can find in the different audit reports. Either he can give a qualified opinion report in the report, or he can give a disclaimer of opinion, and finally he could very well give an adverse opinion. Any of these. Now, whenever he is giving an unqualified, it is very clear that whatever the financial statement the company has prepared and whatever the director's remuneration report DRR, whatever the financial statements and whatever the DRR that has been prepared, which has to be audited, they are prepared in accordance with the financial standard, with the accounting standards, and in line with the Companies Act. So once we see that the opinion is an unqualified opinion, it's a very clear message that is coming out that the financial statements which we are seeing, they are presenting a true and a fair view of the reflection of the accounting standards. Whatever, probably there is right now a move across the world that they are following international financial reporting standard. Once an auditor has given an unqualified opinion, it means that that company is following the IFRS quite comfortably, or it has presented the financial statement in line with the IFRS, both for individual company related as well as the group specific financial statements. They are getting adhered with respect to the financial standards, and whatever the information that is provided in the director's report is in line with the financial statements. So it's like the company did not deviate much. The company had adhered to the standards. That is what is given by the unqualified. But whenever he finds that some kind of issue is there with the financial statements and he really wants to highlight that, this is where the four levels come into picture. Right? If it is fairly in accordance with the principles, no issues. Unqualified opinion is sufficient. But wherever there is some level of deviation, depending on the level of deviation, he would be giving one of these four kinds of opinion. Like, okay, there is some level of uncertainty, or there is some level of deviation, especially probably whatever the documents or the proofs the auditor has typically asked for, he did not get sufficient access to them, right? But they are not that drastic in nature. So the auditor just wants to bring it out, just to convey, nothing more impacting. He does not want to create a fuss out of it. Just for the sake of emphasis, he wants to highlight that there is something which is uncertain with respect to the company's financial statements, and there is a little bit of doubt in terms of the financial statements giving a true and fair view. They are definitely giving a true and fair view, but a few things, because of he not able to access them or some kind of uncertainty, in his opinion he might give an emphasis of matter. So probably in terms of penalizing, this is the initial layer of penalizing. But when he is giving a qualified opinion, it is that probably the company somehow could not show the evidence for whatever the deviation he has seen, and he was looking for evidence. The company could not provide the evidence, or the auditor did not get sufficient access to really see the proofs. So, and or it might very well be possible that the auditor is disagreeing in some aspects where the financial statements are prepared. So he will directly give a kind of qualified opinion where the statement looks like the financial statements are giving a true and fair view, except for something which he would be specifying in what areas there is some level of disagreement between the auditor and the company. So that goes as a part of the qualified opinion. So this is the second level in terms of penalizing. But when it comes to the third level, wherein he can talk about, he finds there is a lot of uncertainty, and because of which he is really unable to give his opinion. So when he is not able to give his opinion because of not being able to access so many documents, not being able to access so many files, proofs, he is unable to form some kind of opinion at all. In that case, he is giving a disclaimer of opinion, and here he would also mention that we are unable to form an opinion because of this reason. And generally this is treated as a very extreme layer of penalization, right? And generally used in a very sparing manner. It's not that widely used because it is going to impact the fortunes of the company quite heavily. Unless it is unavoidable, you don't see auditors giving such kind of opinion. And the fourth is even more extreme. It should be used even more sparingly, which is a clear cut, outright blunt statement given by the auditor that the financial statement do not comply with the accounting standards at all. There is a lot of misleading that is done in the financial statement. They do not give a true and a fair view of the company's performance at all. And once that kind of a report comes up, probably the fortunes of the company, the reputation of the company completely goes off in the market drastically. So that it has to be really carefully evaluated by the auditor, and a careful opinion needs to be given. Even though he finds that the companies have deviated from the standards in terms of presentation of the financial statement, he has to be really careful of what kind of opinion would be very much suitable for this kind of companies, right? And remember, the auditor's opinion forms a very important input in terms of investors' mindset towards the future prospects of that particular company, the ethicality of that company in terms of preparation of the financial statements, right?